Okay, hello everyone. We have Sparky joining us today to see how he did on the quiz. Okay, so we're going to go through this. Yep, I have a Word document that I'm going to show you guys. Okay, so here we go. All right. First of all, okay, let's get Sparky in here to look over this. Okay, good. All right, okay. So, first questions were about constellations, which we did involving our sky viewing device. Okay, so the constellation of Centaurus changes its position over the sky over the course of the night. This is the key part of this question, over the course of one night. It doesn't matter that it's Centaurus, it could have been the Big Dipper, it could have been Cassiopeia, it could have been whatever. The key thing is that why do we see the constellation changing over the span of only like one night? Okay, so let's think about that. Okay, the position of Centaurus changes because the constellation is revolving through space. No, the constellation does not revolve through space, right? It stays in the same spot. It's millions of light years away. The constellation is rotating around the sun. No, because the sun is way smaller. It's in Milky Way galaxy, right? Whereas the stars are way further out there. So the constellation is not rotating around the sun. Okay, so that leaves us with C or D. The Earth is revolving around the sun. That is true, but that would not change the position of the constellation over the course of one night. It would change it over the course of 1 year, okay? So that means the Earth rotating on its axis causes it to appear like this, the stars are changing position. Just as such, the moon would change position or the sun would change position because of the rotation of the Earth's axis. Okay. Oh, one more thing I should say. If you want to know exactly which questions you got correct or incorrect, please just message me. It's very easy for me to just take a screenshot and then send you a private message with exactly what you got. I believe that you were able to see what you got out of 11 when you finished it, but you weren't able to see the exact questions. So yeah, just let me know. It's super simple for me to do that. Okay. Next one is, okay, so that was kind of a knowledge-based question. Oh, by the way, these are all old PAT questions I've taken and then I've sort of like revised. Yeah, so they're all from the PAT. None of them are for me. Except I think I made up a couple, but yeah, most of them are. Those ones for sure. Okay, next one. This is an application question. The position of the Big Dipper changes throughout the year. Okay, so now we're talking about a yearly rotation rather than just over the span of like a night. Its position at midnight in the December sky is shown below. Okay, here we go. Which of the following rows, okay, so remember rows go across. Here's row A, B, C, shows the position of the Big Dipper at midnight in March. So starting in March, then in June, and then in September. So in March, okay, so we're thinking, we know that it's going to show a full rotation. We know it's rotating counterclockwise. There's no way that this one is correct, okay? So now we're thinking about this one. Okay, this looks like a counterclockwise. This looks like counterclockwise. So does this one. Okay, so now we got to think which one makes sense as a quarter turn. So if you're kind of visualizing the device that you made, right? Okay, would B be a full quarter turn? Maybe. Okay, that one looks like it could possibly be it, but it might be more than a quarter. So let's just see if there's a better answer. C, oh no, that looks like a half turn, right? This would probably show, that one's, the earlier one showed December, this would show like August or July or June, I guess. So that's not gonna be it. This one, okay, this one looks like it could be it, right? Because it has flipped just a quarter. Okay, so D is the correct answer. Okay, so D shows the correct position of the Big Dipper. The reason also we can tell is if we look at the last one, this matches up with September. So there's no way December and September can be the exact same. We know September down here would be a little bit before December. Okay, so the correct answer was D for that one. Okay, next is, okie dokie. All right, to an observer who is standing on the equator, The moon and sun appear to rise in the and set in the what? Okay, I hope everyone got this one correct. The sun rises in the east and sets in the west. So that is row C that we are choosing. Okay, you're choosing row C. Rises in the east, sets in the west. All right, next one is, okay. So using a pencil stuck into the sand, Zaha collected data on the length of her shadow over the course of one day in April, just like pretty much when we did this experiment in Abu Dhabi. Okay, so which graph, Sparky has to look really closely at these graphs. Which graph most accurately reflects the data that would be corrected? Okay. This was a PAT question. The whole reason that I designed that lab for us to do was to give you guys understanding of how to do this one. So you should see that A matches the graphs that we made, right? Because shadow length at 9 o'clock in the morning would be really long. Then we know at noon, around solar noon, probably for them a little bit later than noon, it's the shortest. And then it starts getting longer again, reaching into the evening. Okay, there you go. So A makes the most sense. The shadow just wouldn't stay the same. It wouldn't start off short, then grow. Okay, so A should be the correct answer. So that was number 4. Now we're on to number 5. Okay, so based on the information, the table shown above, I guess it should be below. Whoops. Oopsies. Okay, you get it. The best prediction of the number of, this is a very tricky one. The best prediction of the number of hours of daylight that location 3 would have on February 21st. Okay, this is a very hard PAT question. Whew! And I've seen them give this one a couple of times. Okay, so this is all about knowing your stuff and being able to make an interpretation based upon information that you have been given. Super science skills. Okay, so first of all, location 3. So we have to be able to read this graph. Here is location 3, right? Okay, so we're looking across here. All right, telling us at noon. So this is actually, what angle of the sun isn't, they're kind of trying to throw you off here. This one isn't super important, nor is this. We don't really want to know about the angle. We do want to know about the hours. Okay, so we're looking at this one. December's hours. So it's nearly 9 hours, right? And then if we jump all the way to June, it's 17 hours and 10 minutes. Okay, so we have to think about this. December, so it's almost end of December. January, February, only 2 months away, right? Then we still have to go March, April, May, and then June. So they're showing between December and June a full 6-month spread. But we are only going 2 months ahead, right? To February 21st. So, okay, we know right away automatically A and D are out, right? Because there's no way it's going to be less than 8 hours, 50 minutes. 2 months later, it's going to be longer daylight. And then we know there's no way it's going to be 17 hours because we know that June 21st is summer solstice, the longest day. So February is going to have way less sunlight hours. So it's not going to be 17 hours. Okay, 10 or 15. The correct answer is 10 because we're only 2 months down the road from December. 15 would be something probably more like now, like May kind of thing. Or even April, not all the way back in February. Actually, probably would be April 21st. Oh, which is today. Okay, so I guess okay, interesting. Yeah, anyway, so if it was April 21st, it probably would be 15 hours, but since it's February, only 2 months away, 10. Okay, there you go. Next one. Okay, this is a knowledge-based question, again, directly from an old PAT. Okay. So here we go. Which of the following rows, again, reading and interpreting these graphs, could identify month W, X, and Y? They don't tell us what these months are. That's what we have to figure out. Okay, so month W goes barely, let's see. W's this one, sorry. Whew, I was looking at that backwards. Okay. So W is this month. We know the sun goes super high, right? We have the longest, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. That's how fast my little guy is going. 14 hours of sunlight compared to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Not super accurate, but still, it shows the sun's up for way longer here. So we know sun's up for longest in the summer, which would automatically mean the answer is either C or D. Then we know, okay, well, we can kind of do this with process of elimination. So December would have the least amount of sunlight, March in the middle. So C is our correct answer for that one. So what question was that? I didn't put the question numbers. 1, 2, 3, shadow, 4, tricky shadow, 5. Okay, this is question 5 if you want to get your results back from me. Okay, next one, moon phases. Alrighty. Okay, so recognize that, did I answer those questions? Yeah, okay. Okay, so next, Mohammed uses index cards to help him study the phases of the moon. He writes the approximate moon phase on the cards on the back of each card and places them in order to shown below. Mohammed places 2 cards in the wrong order. Okay, which ones? Which 2 cards must be switched so the order is correct? Okay, alrighty, so we know that this is new moon. It's growing always, waxing crescent, getting lighter from the right. So we're good with 2. We're good with 3. 4 looks wrong. This should be light, right? The part that's dark should be actually light, and then this should actually be dark. So 4 is wrong, and it should be switched with 8, right? Because this is the part that's light. So we should switch those 2 around. So the correct answer is D. Ooh, this one is from our pages that we did. You guys had this exact answer written down. We went over this one. This is not a PhD question. They always ask one that's similar to this though, but I just kind of made this up. Okay, so which phase of the moon shows the model below? So here, if the moon was here, it would be new moon, because we do not see the moon if we're standing on Earth, right? Bob on the Earth, looking at the moon, sun's hitting the backside of the moon, we wouldn't see it. Then it rotates counterclockwise, right? So it goes this way around. So this would be crescent, first quarter, waxing gibbous, full moon. Waning gibbous would be here. Third quarter would be here, okay? And then waning crescent would be here. So it is a waning gibbous. Okay, next ones. What is the best reason for why it is unsafe to look directly at the sun? This was super similar to one of the Kahoot questions. Okay. The sun will eventually start to make your eyes feel really sore. Okay. True. Is that the best reason? Let's see, there's a better one. Similar to a sunburn, the sun could burn the back of your eye if looking at the sun for too long. That is true. That is a very, very good reason not to look at the sun, right? Because there's no nerve endings. You do not feel the pain like you would on your skin. There's no nerve receptors back there. Okay, it's not good to look, it's not good for your overall health to be in the sunlight above 35 degrees. Well, that doesn't really relate to our eyes, right? And that's Abu Dhabi. Okay, so I hope no one picked that one. And it is it's fine as long as you're drinking enough water and you don't look at the sun and you have protective wear on, so you're fine. Okay, you will become blind if looking directly at the sun for more than 5 minutes straight. Okay, that is a bold statement to make. We do not know that you will become blind if you stare directly at the sun for 5 minutes straight. Galileo did go blind after looking at the sun, but we don't know if that was 5 minutes. It was no way it was 5 minutes. It would have been way more than 5 minutes. And he was looking through a telescope. So that really magnified the rays that were coming onto the back of his retina. So the best answer is B for that one. Okay, next one. And this is our final question. So this is already number 10. Okay, fill in the blanks for the most appropriate answer to complete the statement below. When observing something, it is best to protect your eyes from the sun during this very rare event by using what? Okay, so partial eclipse is where the sun only or the moon only partially covers the sun. So that one, you wouldn't fully be burning, looking at the sun. So that one, Yeah, so you wouldn't, plus it's not as rare of an event. The rare event is the total eclipse. And then UV sunglasses, would we use UV sunglasses? No, that is not the right thing. Sunglasses are just what you normally use, so it's not safe to look at the sun if you're using just sunglasses. Okay, a partial eclipse with a pinhole camera. You could use a pinhole camera, but that's the partial eclipse wouldn't be the best thing. Like you wouldn't really use a pinhole camera for a partial eclipse. Let's see, there's a better answer. It's total eclipse, okay, that is a rare event. That is also where you would potentially want to really like look closely at the sun to see when it totally blocks and when it becomes totally light again. So special sun viewing glasses. Yes, that's what we learned from the video, that there are even better things to use than the pinhole camera. So the pinhole camera, even though we made it in grade 6, there's better things out there for those scientists who actually want to observe the sun. And then total eclipse, okay, but binoculars, we would not use binoculars. Those would magnify the rays of the sun like Galileo does his with his telescope, and you would burn your eyes. So Sparky would definitely not do that. Okay. That is it. And then the last question was just kind of like a bonus. It's not counting as like on the quiz. It's just kind of like for yourself. If you did it and you didn't use your notes at all, then I'll just know that. And that's great. I'll maybe say like a little comment I can make like a hard like working hard point or like initiative point or something in our dojo. Actually, I can do that right now. Why not? Okay, so these are the people that I'll just give you guys points quickly. If you did not even use your book. Okay, so let's see. Okay, Eva, Malik, and DR didn't. Ada didn't. Hashem didn't. Soyun and Daisy didn't. Mohammed and Jordan and Maddie and Daniel and Rajavi and Ryan and Amber and Quinn and Crystal and Zaha. Okay, cool. So you guys, I'm gonna give you points for maybe persistence or working hard. Persistence. That's a good one to use. Okay, there you go. So again, please let me know if you want to know exactly the questions that you got, because you could even go back and rewatch this video and then you can see, oh, I got this one right. This one wasn't right. Okay, good job. That's it for today. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Well done. You should not have very much homework at all tonight. Well done. Just a bit of the math to do.